我们敬礼了明和尚，敬礼萨迦正空上师，敬礼16世大宝法王卡玛巴。
Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa and homage to Master Tubdan Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today. Kala Chakra. Kala Chakra Buddha. Homage to Kala Chakra. The special wheel of Kala Chakra. Homage to Kala Chakra's retinue or assembly. Semua. Tanzan Katsu, Dutan City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you do?
Hola amigo, que quiero mucho. Sukoin, Ichiba, Kimochi, Jumi, Yapi, Bring Bring, Konnichiwa. Come, Shinza. Now, 现在通知大家。
Would like to announce for next Sunday, December 19th,
下午3点 PM
at 3 p.m.
是阿弥陀佛护摩法
There
会。
will be Mitabha Homa fire offering ceremony.
那么师尊呢的本尊
Grandmaster Sita,
是瑶池金母，
His Golden Mother,
瑶池金母，我们称她为仙
and we
华。
refer to Golden Mother
大
as
罗
the
金仙的
king
仙
of
华，
the
大
sages,
罗金仙的仙华。
the great golden
阿弥
sage.
陀佛
And Amitabha
是
Buddha
佛王，
is the king of all
佛
Buddhas,
王，这是
the
所
king
有
of
佛
all
当中啊，
Buddhas.
跟娑婆世界最
Of
有
all the
最
Buddhas,
有缘的
the Buddha that is
是
most
阿弥陀佛。
that has the closest affinity with samsara is Amitabha Buddha, so the king of Buddhas. And one more, Yidam, is the king of the earth, which is Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, or the earth store
这三尊
Bodhisattva.
啊，是师尊所最尊崇
These
的。
three deities
下个礼拜啊，是
are
阿
the
弥陀佛
deities
的
that Grandmaster highly
护摩
revere.
法会。
And next Sunday, that would be
Amitabha
Amitabha Homa fire offering
是
ceremony.
西方极乐世界
And we
阿弥
know
陀如来
that the Pure Land of Amitabha Buddha is Sukhavati, the Pure
这
Land
个净土啊，
of utmost bliss. They're actually 4 levels of this Pure Land. At the highest realm is the Pure Land of eternal and serene light, and then below it is the magnificent light for proper retribution, and then the convenient light land for those with remnants, and the mixed land of the mundane and sages. So in Sukhavati, Dharmakaya Buddhas exist in Sukhavati, as well as Nirmanakaya Buddhas and Sambhogakaya Buddhas. And those 3 would be non-returning. So if you get to Sukhavati, that would be non-returning, which means that in the future you will have attainments through your spiritual cultivation there, and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. That means non-returning. And as we all know, over there are the 3 sweet saffron precious jewels, the 8 meritorious water, pavilions, balconies, and 3 reliances, Mitabha, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and Mahastama Prapta Bodhisattva. If you get there, and there are all kinds of birds that sing beautifully, and 37 qualities or divisions, supplementary or helpful, beneficial qualities. And over there is only happiness and no suffering. That's why it's called Atmos bliss. So if you don't want to connect with Amitabha Buddha, how can you go to Sukhavati? Over there is non-returning forever, and you can be reborn there even though when you still have karma. So it means that although you still have karma, you can be reborn in Sukhavati, the pure Buddha land. Or if your karma has been eradicated, you can also go to Sukhavati, the pure Buddha land. If you have no karma, you can be reborn in the pure land of eternal serene light and magnificent land for proper rewards. But if you still have karma, you go to the lower 2 realms. This is the convenient land for those with remnants and the mixed land. So whether you have karma or not, you can still be reborn in Sukhavati. This is what the Buddha said. The only way for convenient, the only convenient method to go to the Pure Land. So there is a Pure Land that's called the mixed land for the mundanes and sages. There are sages there, but there are also mundane beings, and they can go to this Pure Land, where the sages are there too. So they would be influenced or affected by the sages, then you would become sages too. So it's the best kind of Pure Land, the only one. So in Buddha Dharma, there is the holy or sacred cultivation. For mundane beings to attain Buddhahood is extremely difficult. And the only way that you can be reborn in the Pure Land with karma, although you're still having karma, is Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. Because he has a Pure Land called the mixed land where both the mundanes and sages are. And you can be reborn in the Pure Land even with karma, and you are non-returning. There are 37 beneficial or helpful qualities to help you attain Buddhahood. So if you don't become primary supplicants for this deity, okay, as long as you know, I don't have to say it. So today, in performing the Kala Chakra Dharma practice, you all saw it was snowing earlier, right? In Taiwan, in order to see the snow, you have to climb Mount Hehuan, which is the tallest mountain, or climb Mount Jade Mountain, or Uli, waiting for the snow drops. But in Seattle, in the winter time, there would be several snowfalls, sometimes heavy, sometimes light. However, when I woke up in the morning at the South Mountain retreat during breakfast, there were snow flurries. When my mom got to Seattle and saw the first snow, she jumped around. Wow, snowing! She was hopping around like a magpie. That was the first time she saw snow in her life. If you want to see snowfalls, please come to Seattle. For Taiwan disciples, Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Singapore, or from the southern or the tropics. If you want to see snow, come to Seattle. And from here, the Rainbow Villa, if you continue on to the east for about how many minutes? 20 minutes. There's a Snoqualmie Pass. There's heavy snow there. And you can ski. You can play with the snow. Just about 20 minutes from here. But there are many orthopedics there. You have to be very careful. The snow is quite slippery. So please don't fall and break your bones. Then the business of the orthopedic doctors would be good. Snow is fun, but also dangerous. There's only one benefit for snowfalls, and what is it? It looks nice. It's beautiful. Right? Every time we perform Kala Chakra, there are always signs. Kala Chakra is a major deity. It was an emanation of Sakyamuni Buddha. When Sakyamuni Buddha went to South India at the auspicious rice gathering pagoda, he emanated as Kala Chakra and to give Kalachakra Dharma to King Suchandra of Shambhala kingdom. There are many benefits to this Dharma practice. Extremely sublime, very supreme. Just now I said that Kalachakra is divided into 3 wheels. One is the outer wheel, inner wheel, and special wheel. Why did I especially pay homage to the special wheel? The inner wheel is our own wheel. The outer wheel is the wheel of the environment and the union of the two. And if you bear fruition, that would be called the special wheel. That's why I pay homage to the special wheel. There's great benefit. Those who receive Kalachakra empowerments, if you practice well and abide by the precepts, then you can attain Buddhahood within 7 lifetimes. So, Buddhahood 7 lifetimes later. Second, those who receive Kalachakra empowerment and they do practice, they can avoid all kinds of calamities if you chant the mantra and practice. Third, Kalachakra Dharma practice and mantra chanting will avert you from the 3 lower realms. If you receive Kalachakra empowerment and chant the mantra, Om Ha Kamala Valaya Soha, you will not fall into the 3 lower realms. That's so good. That's too good. So with Kalachakra empowerment, you can attain Buddhahood within 7 lifetimes. And can also protect you from weapons, wars, disasters, would enhance peace, harmony, and the climate and nature. And you will also ascend to the kingdom of Shambhala. So that's wonderful. In Tantric Buddhism, Kalachakra is highly venerated by all 4 sects of Tibetan Buddhism. At that time, Kanzu Awar, which we refer to as the living Buddha Kanzu, transmitted Dharma to Tupten Nima. And Tupten Nima transmitted the Dharma to Tupten Tali. And Tupten Tali transmitted to Tupten Tarji. And Tupten Tarji transmitted to me, and he said, you need to transmit Kalachakra Dharma to the 4 great continents. So when I performed Kalachakra Dharma ceremony, I did it in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, England, Australia, Sydney, America. Canada. So I went to many countries to transmit the Kalachakra Dharma. because that's the instruction of Master Dubden Dorji, so that people from all continents would be able to receive Kalachakra empowerment. And for this reason, I went to many places to transmit Kalachakra Dharma. Also Panama. So 5 continents. That's Central America. And of course in North America as well. So I do it according to the instruction of my Guru. Because Master Dubden Dorji gave me the Kalachakra Tantra practice procedure and grant me the empowerment and the 5th instruction, and told me to propagate the Dharma around the world, all over the world. So that's the affinity, causes of conditions of the Dharma transmissions across 5 continents, all over the world. Our lineage is Ganzu Ewa, Dubden Nima, Dubden Dali, Dubden Darji, and Dubden Jimo, which is Grandmaster Lu. Later, there would be the empowerment for Kalachakra, and please treasure it. Things in the world are different. Both are fat and both are lazy, but they wear, because of the coats they wear different, they have different destiny. One is killed and the other one is treasured as a pet or so that's why one is spoiled. So that's why clothing is very important. So buy what you need. You know, they are pigs, fat, love to eat and very lazy. And they are killed. But pandas also eat a lot and lazy and fat, but they're being loved and spoiled because they wear different clothing. The pandas and pigs, they look similar when they walk. One day, the monk Tang San Chang called on the precept pig, his disciple. And the precept pig asked, "So, Guru, why did you call me? So, just walk a few steps." So he walked back and forth. And the monk said, "Okay, that's enough. You can leave now." And the precept pig asked, "So what do you mean? You just asked me to walk back and forth?" And the monk said, "Although I never ate the pork, but I've seen how pigs walk." This is a joke.
这是什么笑话？这一只应该是属于猫。
What kind of joke is this?
猫讲话。
Cat.
算命的说我命
Cat
很
said,
好。
the fortune teller told me that I have good destiny. I would have bright future.
第一个手头很紧。
This is play of words of Chinese. I would have lots of good scene, which means tightness. I have tight face, tight clothes, tight time. I don't know what this is. Now let's get into the main topic. Question and answer. From Singapore. 莲花苏文强. He asked, Grandmaster, peace with you. You have said that completing 8 million times of Guru mantra allow us to be reborn at the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. But how many times of True Buddha Sutra to be reborn into the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds? Thank you, Grandmaster. I said 8 million times of Guru mantra. And he asked how many times of True Buddha Sutra. Sutras, mantras. We should chant both sutras and mantras. Inside the True Buddha Sutra, there is the Guru mantra, right? Yes. I've never thought of this issue. So let me consult. May I ask how many times of True Buddha Sutra to allow one to be reborn in the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds? Please instruct. Please advise. So the answer is 2 million times of True Buddha Sutra would let you be reborn in the Mahatwin Lotus Ponds. 2 million recitation of True Buddha Sutra and 8 million recitation of Guru mantra, root Guru mantra, Padma Kumara mantra. The other time, Lianhua. Zhenyu.
是真鱼吗？
真鱼啊。
对，他好像住在Australia是吗？荷兰。哦，住在荷兰。住在荷兰。
Right from Holland.
荷兰。他的妈妈，她只念上师心咒。
Her mother just chanted Guru mantra because she was illiterate, but she could chant Guru Mantra and Hiking Sutra. When her heartbeat stopped, her soul left the body and walked on the netherworld road. And because she just chanted the Guru Mantra, because when her heartbeat stopped, there were people around her chanting Guru Mantra, and Grandmaster appeared on the netherworld and told her, go back. Go back and see your children. You shouldn't come here. I block her. So the heartbeat returned. And when she came back to life, she told her that she saw Grandmaster in the netherworld and told her, this is not the place for you, you should go back. And she did. In my new book, I will include this article and many others similar ones. As long as you chant the root Guru Mantra, if you go to the netherworld, you can be blocked and then you can go to a better place. So just imagine how great the benefit is. So that's the answer to 莲花素闻香. Question from Taiwan by 莲花结力. Homage to Grandmaster, I have the following questions. Please advise. 1. Not to kill is the first and most severe precept of the 5 precepts. But we have so many disturbing insects, like insects, mosquitoes, cockroaches, mice, and as to the disciples, what should we do with them? Mosquitoes, cockroaches, mice. What do we do? When a mosquito stings you, when you're sleeping at night, especially in Taiwan, there are mosquitoes. Every time in Taiwan, before we enter the door, we will do ritual. What do? We would use our clothes or jackets and throw it around and then just open the door really quick and then come in. Otherwise, just you will not get any sleep that night. Mosquitoes like, oh. Or else they would sting you, doesn't matter which room you are, they'll find you. Even if it's only 1 or 2 of them. Then you would open, you would turn on the lights to try to catch them. Mosquitoes are yuck. Cockroaches. And mice. Mice are really also despicable. They even chew on the furnitures. I saw cockroaches in America, so tiny. And we also have mice in America and Taiwan's everywhere. I've seen huge mouse as this big. Really?
也有看过好小的，差不多。
And I saw a tiny one, as small as a
这
thumb,
么小，它就可以
and like at the gap under the door, they can squeeze themselves through.
就冒死。如何处理？
What do we do with them?
告诉你，我的方法是这样子。
Let me tell you, this is how I do it. When mosquitoes sting you, Seattle is so nice, really. We don't need mosquito nets and no hummings of the mosquitoes. And no mosquitoes bothering you. In Taiwan, you have to breathe the mosquito repellents or the electronic repellents. You have to plug it in, and then the smoke of the repellent or the fume. You have to breathe the fume, or else you would need mosquito nets. I'm not doing advertisements here. That's the brand, 灭灰. And you have to breathe the fume of those repellents. I live in Taichung. In the daytime, or when we go out, there's the smog. And due to the coal power plants, the smog is horrible. All the buildings, houses are immersed in the smogs. The smogs can get into the houses too. And you can see it from high places. So PM 2.5, and at nights you have to breathe in the fume because of the mosquitoes. How do we live there? How can we live? We have to resolve those problems. And when the mosquitoes are so happy, and I was writing my books, and the mosquitoes would perch there. So because you don't kill, I blew on it, and it's just the tail lifted up but didn't go anywhere. And the sting like shoo, and sting you. It's not afraid of you. So what can you do? You can't help but to kill. There's a place called Da Keng near Taichung. Over there, it's like the tiny. It's not really mosquitoes like flies, but they sting too. I went to the Wenquan is what? The spring, hot springs. And it's like a school of them all came and give you lots of bumps. A swarm of mosquitoes. And I told the guard there, and they showed their arms. It's like they're all like red bumps all over. It's really scary, terrifying. But they said those are not mosquitoes, a kind of insects that would sting you. So horrible. But it sting me right in front of me. So what can I do? Oh, money, bear me home. Slap. Because I blew on you and you didn't go, so now I send you to the east. Chant the deliverance mantra. the rebirth mantra.
念啊，念咒啊，
Om
然后观想
Abhinam
我的
Kanchala
升上
Saha.
西天。
So you chant mantra and you visualize the mosquito rise to the Pure Land, to the western Pure
所
Land.
以施针的方法没有错，不杀生。
So
蚊
Grandmaster's
子我也不想
ways
杀，
and not to kill. I don't want to kill the mosquitoes. I also don't want to kill the cockroaches or the mice.
但是它实在破坏
But
太厉害了。
their destructions is just
把你的那个
unbearable.
热气管，你知道以前美国的热气管是
The
用塑
mice
胶
in
做的，
America,
冬天冷，老鼠都在你的地下室。
and the air duct was made of plastics before,
啊，它在那个
and in the winter
暖
time
气啊
they
热
would
气
hide
管，是因为那
in the
个暖
basement,
气经过热气管
and because of the warm air from the heater
到房子里面，
through the
那
air
时候用
duct
塑胶做，
to the house. It was made of plastics before,
它把你咬，
and the mice
它
would
躲
get
在
in
那个热气
there
管旁边，
because it's warm,
它咬你的那个塑胶，
and they would bite on the plastics of the
整个
air
热气
ducts.
全部都流掉，流到地下室里面，全部都是热。
So the hot air
另外还有
leak
那个
onto the basement,
西雅图雷藏寺的那个图书馆，
and the library at the Seattle Lizang Temple, in the crawl space there,
数
how
不尽。
there were just
那个叫做那个
countless mice that they caught
叫
there.
他是看错的人来抓，
We asked the pest control to
有大的有小的，大老鼠、
clean
小
up,
老鼠
capture all the mice, big and small,
很多的。
many of them.
你们有没有念咒？
Did you chant mantras?
加持。
Just Grandmaster give blessing.
我告诉你啊，我每
Let me
天
tell
晚
you,
上我一
every
定为
night
所有的动物做超度，
I bear to deliver all the
Okay.
animals.
先为所有的动物做超度。我杀过的
I
动物
would
做
bear
超
to
度，
deliver
一定的
all the animals that I have killed. Definitely every night.
几乎我只要看到哪一个动物，我就做。
Any animals that I have come across.
你抓到老鼠放生了，
So you let the mice live.
还有蟑螂，
And cockroaches.
蟑螂你放生吗？
So do you let the cockroaches
所以
live?
这个我看是这样子的。这个问题，
So I think for this
我
problem,
有我有超度的方法。
I have a way of bardo delivering.
只要我以前杀过的，我
Any
都做
one that I have killed, I will bardo deliver all of
所
them.
有的水里游的、
And
天上飞的，
all beings that I have
我
encountered
全部做超度。
in the air, the water, on the
我
ground.
不知道的，我没有做超度。
Of course, those that I am not aware
只
of,
要我见
I
过
don't
的，
bardo deliver. But
我全
any
部做超度。
that I have encountered, I will bardo deliver them all
来，我
in
全
all
部
my
做超度
life.
所以我们
I
也
bardo
做超
deliver
度
them all.
这个
So
蚊子
we bardo deliver mosquitoes, cockroaches,
只
mice,
要你杀过的，你都
anything
要
that you
做
have
超度
killed, you have to
你不
bardo
能
deliver
像
them.
连续法师这样子
You
讲
should not be like the Reverend Lian Xu that said,
反正我杀的，请他到师尊那里去。
I killed them, but let them go to Grandmaster.
这个推卸责任，
You're just
你自己也要。
squirming from your responsibility. You have to do the bardo deliverance yourself.
所以，身为真佛弟，遇到这些，
So as true Buddha disciple, when you encounter this harmful
要用超度法
insects
超度这个蚊子
you have to bardo deliver
跟
them.
老鼠，就是
Mosquitoes, cockroaches, and My second question. The Buddhist statues or tankas that we bought from the Tibetan culture or the temples, and then we set them up at our altar at home. Do we still need to send the photo of them and have Grandmaster bless again? So those statues and tankas have been blessed by Grandmaster before, but after we enshrine them at our altar, do we need another blessing? No, no need. If it's already consecrated and blessed before, you don't need to send the photo to be blessed again. That's the second question. Third question. If we chant 100 syllable mantra every day and we don't keep the counts, we just do it as best we can, especially if we chant over 100,000 times, will it eradicate karma? Of course. Grandmaster chant mantra, sutra, or Amitabha Buddha, I don't count. I don't keep the counts, never. But I just do my best with my heart and mind to chant it every day, every single day. Hiking Sutra, I chant it every day, never stop, every single day, never skip a day. And mantras, of course, every day. And chant the Buddha's name too, every day. Every day. To Buddha Sutra too, any sutras. I've chanted many sutras, many mantras. I also practice every day. While delivering the animals, I have a special method for the Bardo deliverance, which I have shared before, right? Anything that you have mentioned, I have Bardo delivered. I have Bardo delivered the biggest animal, like whales and killer whales and elephants, sharks, or to the tiniest one, ants, mosquitoes. I have Bardo delivered them. Red ants, black ants, spiders. I have Bardo delivered them. Those who fly, eagles, to the tiniest one, hummingbirds. And those in the ocean, seashells, gooey ducks, clams, mussels. I have Bardo delivered them all. Never, not missing any. Shrimps too, all kinds of shrimps. From lobsters, a kind of shrimp too. Crawfish, which we have in Taiwan. It looks kind of like lobsters, also a kind of shrimps too. I have Bardo delivered it to them too. From the biggest one to the smallest one, including COVID-19, coronavirus, I Bardo delivered them too. Germs that you can't see, I have Bardo delivered them too. Anything that you can think of, I have Bardo delivered. I have this confidence. Those who fly in the sky, those who swim in water, those who crawls on the ground, I Bardo deliver them all. So I do my best. Those are all sentient beings. Worms, butterflies, dragonflies. I have to deliver them all. And all the microbes, even germs, bacteria, viruses. A dad was riding a bicycle and carrying a kid who embraced or hugged on him. Let's say the child called Xiaoming. Dad, people drive a good car and live in luxurious houses. But look at us. And Dad said, don't compare to others. We just do our best. It's best to be happy. And then Xiaoming nodded his head and then took a report card to show to his dad. Dad, I've tried my best. Xiaoming is really smart. I have transmitted the instant money practice of Golden Mother. Let me tell you. The first one who won the first prize in lottery was Lianhua Soumai in Seattle. He told me that was the first transmission of the instant money practice, and he practiced it. And he kept practicing and practicing until one night he had the vision that all the deities at the Seattle Temple's altar radiated light, and Padma Kumara stood in front of him, radiating light upon him. And he spent only $5 to buy the lottery tickets. And he won the first prize. Lianhua Soumai. So, in Chinese, instant money, the homophone for the Chinese also sound like on top of the horse there's money. Money on top of the horse. Or instant money. So we also make a sculpture of a horse with money on top of it. So if you buy a toy cars and place it on top of the horse, Lamborghini or Ferrari, Rolls Royce, there would be instant cars or cars on top of the horse. This is only play of words of Chinese. And you buy a Barbie doll and you place it on top of the horse. Lovers on top of the horse. Oh, instant lovers. And monkey. A bigger kind is called gorillas. The small ones called monkeys. And you place it's a word of Chinese. Gorilla in Chinese sounds like race. you get a raise right away.
好了，我们现在这个讲金刚经啊。
Now we will talk about the Vajrasutra.
我们昨天讲了。
Yesterday,
世尊
we
若复有人
talk
得
about
闻
this.
是经，
World honored one,
信心清净，
if someone generate pure faith upon hearing the sutra, he will give rise to real phenomena. This person will attain the rarest of merits.
是实相者，
World honored one, the real phenomena are non-phenomena. Therefore, the Tathagata named it real phenomena.
讲到这里，而且师尊讲得非常的清楚，应该了解。
So we've talked up to this point, and Grandmaster had explained it very clearly. You should
因为
understand.
非相，所以是实相。
Real phenomena are non-phenomena, and because it's non-phenomena, it's called real phenomena.
我今得
Now you
闻
understand.
不是经典，
World honored one, it is easy for me to believe, understand, accept, and uphold the sutra immediately upon hearing it. However, in the ensuing 500 years, it would be most rare for sentient beings to hear, believe, understand, accept, and uphold the sutra. Why? Because it is rare for a person
无我相。
to not have any view of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan.
所以则合我相即是
The phenomena of self is non-phenomena. So are the phenomena of others, the phenomena of sentient beings, and the phenomena of lifespan. They are all non-phenomena. Let's not talk too much.
我
Just
今得闻
this.
如是经典，信解受
World honored one, it is easy for me to believe, understand, accept, and uphold the sutra upon hearing it. Subhuti said so.
能够开
He
启，
could believe,
也能够受持。
could comprehend, and
对
uphold.
西菩提来讲，并不是困难的一件事情。
It's not difficult for Subhuti.
若当来世后500岁，
However, in the ensuing 500 years,
500年以后，
after 500
岂有
years,
众生得闻是经，
it would be most rare for sentient beings to hear, believe, understand, accept, and uphold the sutra.
这个一般来讲起来啊，我们讲这一段，
Generally speaking, let's talk about this piece.
第一稀有。
Most
讲
rare.
到这里，这个第一稀有，信解受持，这是
Believe,
这一句话，
understand, accept, and uphold.
信心清净。
I have talked about this. Generate pure faith or pure faith.
金刚经，我相信
Faith or belief.
无众生相。
I believe in the non-phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan.
你能够知
Understand,
道，现在我这个相
you can comprehend
是无我，
that the phenomena of self is non-self.
解释
You
你
can
自己
comprehend
我是无我，
that
这
I
就是解，
am
因为这是
no
我们
self,
身体是四大
that self is no self. Because our bodies are made of the four elements, it does not have a fixed form
师尊年轻的时候啊，
or appearance.
很像
As I have said, when Grandmaster was young, I was very handsome. I had many girlfriends, really.
我住在台中合作新村的时候啊，
I live
我那里
when I live at the Hezuo Xinchun Cooperative, a new village community in Taichung. My girlfriends would visit at my home, and she didn't want to leave.
我家客厅呢，
She kept sitting there in the living room. I was about, it's bedtime for me, but she stick around.
坐在那里，我知道她的名字啊，但是不好意
I
思
know
讲出
her
来，
name,
我说还
but it wouldn't be good for me to say it. I don't know if she's still alive or
没
not.
有关系的吧？
Well, it may be okay to say her name. I called her Jiangxia. She just sat in my living room because I was very handsome. She just didn't want to leave. I had to send her off, accompany her to her home. And then I returned home. I had to do that. Otherwise, she wouldn't leave. So when I was young, I was so alluring, very attractive. I didn't feel it then, but my appearance now is different. The past, when I was just born, when I was nude, there was a photo of me then too. Those things are an aggregate of the 4 elements, and they can change. They are all ever changing. They change any moment. A newborn baby, elementary schools, junior high schools, senior high schools, college time, and working in society, building families, middle age, and then old age. And now I'm 77. And this is how I look now. So appearance of different time, different. That represents non-self. And one day it would become ash. I mean, it would be gone, evaporates, would be placed at the twin lotus columbarium. Where would I be? So it's ever changing. Where is the true I, or true self? Even the name Seng Yen Lu is a false name. I have said it. This is a phenomena of non-self, or a non-phenomena of self. So you need to comprehend it. So after you believe it, you need to comprehend it. And then you accept it. The non-phenomena of self, non-phenomena of others. Because the self does not exist like that. So it's the same for everybody else, sentient beings. And the non-phenomena of sentient beings. And what is sentient beings? The spatial dimension. Is there anything that belongs to you? I was alive when I came. I don't expect to leave, to be alive when I leave. So, what will you bring with you? No phenomena of sentient beings. So if you have a real estate property now, does the house belong to you? No. Does the land belong to you? No. All those rich men in America, there are many of them. The inventor of Tesla, big billionaires. He sold all of his houses and he just lived in the whatever, the manufactured home. But even that home doesn't belong to him. He has big power. Biden, or the president of mainland China. Or the Thai of Taiwan. It's a joke, play of word. It's like this is not my cup of tea. How long will they last? It's limited. It will not be that long. Real estate properties don't belong to you. That's the non-phenomena of sentient beings. How long can you live? That's the phenomena of lifespan, which refers to time. Phenomena of lifespan. Tansen, how old are you? 19. 19. Please be seated. 100 years later, where will you be? Who knows? Maybe you'll live to be 119. But that would be very rare. It's very difficult. So you're gone, and none of us will be here either, except babies. Most of us here would be gone 119 years later. That's time. That's the non-phenomena of lifespan. If you can comprehend this four, you don't exist, other people don't exist, no time and no space, no self, no others, no time and no space. If you can comprehend it, that's after the belief, comprehend, and accept. So you have to accept it, and you can accept and have to accept it. Like I said, I was alive when I was born, and I don't expect to be alive when I die. You have to accept that reality. Once you accept it, you uphold it. So after you accept it, you practice it accordingly. How do you practice? Is your mind not at peace yet? Do you still have jealousy? You're envious of those rich guys, rich men? When Bill Gates went someplace and someone threw a piece of cake to his face for no reasons at all. Why? And that person, I hate rich people. I hate rich people. That's envy and jealousy. You should know that rich men are the same as us. You should know too that those at the high positions are the same as us. They are not much better than us. The rich men are not that much better from us. They're the same as us. Then your mind is extremely at peace, like serene water. Then you can meditate and you have the wisdom and you can enter meditation. And this is called believe, comprehend, accept, and uphold. If you're envious or jealous towards rich men or beautiful people, someone that's so beautiful, Grandmaster painted the Mahasri or Lakshmis or the 5 longevity goddesses, or the daughters and attendants to Golden Mother, 3,000 attendants. They are all beautiful like goddesses. They are celestial. We don't mind them in the heavens, but in the Saha world, for looks, remember, as you age, you would look aged. It's ever-changing amidst the impermanence. Money, you can take it very lightly. You have no greed. The same with looks. You take it very lightly. And you have no desire. And also names. You're not greedy toward them. Take it lightly. Greed, anger, delusion, doubt, and pride. And when you look through them, that's accepting. Your mind is completely at peace or at ease. No worries, no concerns, no afflictions. Happiness is only for the moment. Suffering is also for the moment. But for the birth, aging, old age, and sickness are suffering. Human life suffering is true. Every time Sakyamuni Buddha gave a Dharma teaching, he would start with human life is suffering. And Sakyamuni Buddha too, after traveling to the 4 gates of suffering, he became ordained, became a monk at 25. He got married at 19. And at 25, he renunciated after visiting the 4 gates of sufferings of both aging, old age, and sickness. So that's accepting. And upholding is according to the non-phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan. You meditate because you have peace of mind, and according to the tantric Dharma practices, you open the 5 chakras, then you would reach the 10th ground of bodhisattvahood. And when you open the apex, you would reach the 12.5 ground. And when you open the apex, crown chakra, brow chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, navel chakra, and secret chakra, then you would reach the 12th ground. And when you have the head bum or top knot, that's 12.5 ground. And at the 13th ground, that would be Buddhahood, as mentioned in Lamde. That's upholding. You're purifying step by step. Just now, I stated one special statement. Destroy all kinds of purity during the merit dedication. Did you say it wrong? You destroy all purities. No, I didn't chant it wrongly. Even the term purities are destroyed because there's no such things as purities. So what happens? Don't you teach us to do purification? But why do we destroy the purities as well? Because purities are just names or terms. If you can uphold the non-phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan, There's no purities in there. There are no purities in there. Inside it, there's emptiness, nothing else. Nothing. Nothing. That's the highest realm. The sixth patriarch Huineng said, don't think of good nor bad at that moment. That's the moment. I was very dubious then, very skeptical. The patriarch said, don't think of good nor bad. So you told us not to do good? That's wrong. I thought the sixth patriarch said it wrongly. It's okay not to think of bad, not to do bad, but you have to think of good or do good. But why? Not to think of good nor bad, or not to have the notion of good or bad. But now, in reading the Vajra Sutra, I know. I understand. Because on the moon, let me ask you, what is good, what is bad? On the moon, what is good, what is bad? There is no such thing as good nor bad. Good and bad only exist where human beings exist. So we do good deeds like Sangyanu Foundation or the Lotus Light Charitable Society. We perform charities. We do good deeds, but we don't think about it. That's called having no notion of good. So although we perform the acts of givings, but we don't keep it in mind, we just do it and then let it be. I never keep it in mind. It's just so simply said, this is generating the mind that doesn't dwell on anything. So you do something, but for not for any particular reasons, no whys. That's called the unconditioned Dharma. So of course you cannot do or think of bad things, but for the good things you also don't think about it, but you still have to do it. And once you do it, that's it. Not for any reasons. And this is the same as having no notion of good nor bad. So that's why today I stated, destroy all purities. So all the good deeds that you have done, you treat it as nothing, so they're all destroyed. You've done many good deeds, but they're all destroyed, so you destroy all the purities. I didn't make a mistake. You may have thought that, what? Destroy all the purities? That's right. Because if you can do the non-phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan, then you would be completely and entirely attain the empty nature of the Tathagata. And what is this? That's upholding. But this upholding is extremely difficult. After accepting the reality, upholding is very difficult. Believe, comprehend, accept, and uphold. But upholding is very difficult. Once you can uphold it, you have no afflictions whatsoever. It's fine if you get it. It's fine if you don't. It's fine this way today. It's fine that way tomorrow. Every day is fine. I've written this everything is the best arrangement. Everything is the best arrangement. You got a stroke today and hospitalized. That's also the best arrangement. You got a tumor today and you got cancer. That's also the best arrangement. To let you experience the sufferings of human life, to make you understand better that the body does not belong to you. You don't want tumor or cancer on your body, but they came by themselves, they happened. So, is the body yours? If it's yours, it would be under your control, but you can't control your own body. The cancer just happened whenever it wants. You got it and diagnosed and needed surgery and had to go through chemotherapy. So much suffering, but you need to think that the body is only a place for you to live for the time being. It's a shell, a house, temporarily. Don't think you're beautiful. With cancer and chemotherapy, it's very fast. You would age 50 years. You would look 50 years older. Chemotherapy is suffering. I frequently shed tears and grieve for beings on earth, for beings in samsara. Last night I cried too for those who go through chemotherapy, who got cancer. I cried last night too. I cried for sentient beings. Human life is truly suffering, full of suffering. Therefore, you should know that everything in this world is really impermanent. That's why you need to believe, comprehend, accept, and uphold these 4 words. Don't be bothered by small things. Just keep talking about it, fighting each other, biting each other. It's meaningless. Don't have any of those negative feelings inside your heart. When suffering comes, accept it. When pain's here, accept it. Doesn't matter what environment or situation you're in, just let it be, accept it. Because you know there's non-phenomena of self, non-phenomena of others, non-phenomena of sentient beings, and non-phenomena of lifespan. If you can comprehend this, you will not be envious of the rich people. You will not be envious of those in high positions. And you will not be jealous of those who look beautiful, or handsome, or cool. None of those envy. Your mind is very serene. As soon as you sit to meditate, you would enter into meditation. When you lay in bed, you immediately fall asleep. all sorrowful things would disappear with you. Everything is the best arrangement. Everything is the best arrangement. The old lady called her son and daughter before her death, and there's a death notice. I owe your uncle or my brother $200,000. So please pay back for me. And the son said, I have no money. I can never pay it. And the daughter said, oh, Mom, I will pay for you. Although I don't have much money, but I will pay it piece by piece. And the daughter went to the uncle's house and said, okay, to talk about how to pay back. But the uncle said, hey, this is fake. This is your mom's money. And she asked me to keep it, and whoever is willing to pay back the debt would get the money. So think about this statement. Everything is the best arrangement. Om Mani Padme Hum.